What's up, everybody? Brian O'Neill, the tattoo agent here in Greenville, South Carolina. If you've been thinking about selling your home, you might be wondering whether you should wait until the spring. Maybe you've heard that nobody buys in the winter, or that you'll get a better price if you just hold off for a few months. In my 10 plus years of selling real estate, I found that winter can actually be a great time to list your home if you approach it the right way. The buyers who are out there now are different. The competition's different, and while the opportunity, that's different too. So in this video, I'm going to break down what you need to know before you list, how to make your home stand out when there's less noise in the market, and what I'm actually seeing right now in Greenville that sellers need to understand. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Brian. I spent nearly 20 years as a firefighter here in Greenville before I became a full-time real estate agent. That background taught me something critical. Preparation beats panic every single time, whether you're running into a burning building or listing a house in a shifting market. The people who prepare for every scenario are the ones who come out ahead. And right now I'm seeing too many sellers either rushing to list without a strategy or holding back based on outdated advice. A successful sale in this market isn't about luck. It's about strategy, timing, and understanding what's actually happening on the ground in your neighborhood. Also, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you're notified every time I put out new content. Let's start by busting the biggest myth that winter is the worst time to sell. Most people assume fewer buyers means less opportunity. And yes, there are fewer people casually browsing open houses on a Sunday afternoon, but here's what that really means for you as a seller. The buyers who are shopping right now are serious. They're not killing time on Zillow dreaming about it someday. They're relocating for a job that starts in January. They're downsizing after the holidays because the kids have moved out. They're dealing with a life change that requires action, not browsing. These buyers have deadlines, motivation, and real urgency. Compare that to spring, when you've got tire kickers, people just starting to think about moving, and folks who saw a cute house on Instagram and want to take a look. Sure, there's more activity, but a lot of it is just noise. And here's the other advantage. With fewer homes on the market, yours can actually stand out. In the spring, you're competing with 20 other listings in your neighborhood. Right now, maybe you're one of 3. That means more eyeballs on your listing, more showings per listing, and less chance your home gets lost in the shuffle. But you can't just throw your house on the market and hope for the best. Winter selling works when you're strategic about pricing and presentation, which brings me to my next point. In today's market, your pricing strategy can make or break your sale. And I'm going to be blunt with you, overpricing is the fastest way to sit on the market, get stale, and eventually have to drop the price, which makes buyers even more skeptical. Here's what happens when you overprice. Week 1, people come look because it's new. Week 2, the serious buyers have moved on. Week 3, you're getting fewer showings, and by week 6, you're dropping the price, but now buyers are wondering what's wrong with your house. They're making lowball offers because they think you're desperate. I always tell sellers price with the market, not against it. If you come out strong and realistic from day 1, you'll attract more buyers, generate more showings, and get better offers. Sometimes pricing slightly below market can even create competition and drive the price back up. And here's something crucial for Greenville specifically. Different neighborhoods are moving at different speeds. A renovated bungalow downtown might get multiple offers in a week. A newer build in a suburban subdivision might take 30 days. A rural property on acreage, that's a different timeline altogether. Your agent should be pulling recent comps, not what sold 6 months ago, but what's closing right now, and helping you price based on real data, not wishful thinking. Because the market doesn't care what you think your home is worth, it cares what a buyer is willing to pay this month in this neighborhood with these conditions. Now let's talk about presentation, because winter selling is all about creating warmth, both literally and visually. When it's cold and gray outside, buyers need to walk into your home and feel welcomed. That means soft lighting, clean windows, and warm touches go a long way. If you've got a fireplace, make sure it's clean and staged, and it's not just a feature, it's selling a lifestyle and feeling. I can't stress this enough. Professional photos are non-negotiable. With shorter daylight hours, you need bright, well-lit shots that make your home look inviting online. Because here's the reality, 90% of buyers are finding your home on the internet first. If your photos look dark and cold, they're scrolling right past you. And don't underestimate the power of small details. Fresh paint on scuffed walls, clean baseboards, a neutral air freshener, or a smell of something baking when buyers walk in. These things sound minor, but they add up to an impression that either says well-maintained and move-in ready, or this is going to be a project. Here's something that most people don't realize about Greenville's market. January and February often bring a mini wave of out-of-state buyers. Why? Well, because companies relocate employees at the start of the year. Families want to get settled before the school year ramps back up. People retiring to the area have wrapped up the holidays and are ready to make their move. And that means you list in late November or early December, you're positioned perfectly to catch that wave instead of waiting in line like everyone else who lists in March when the market floods with inventory. And here's the other piece. Serious buyers know they have less competition right now. So they're more willing to move quickly, make stronger offers, and close fast because they don't want to lose the house to someone else. Now, does this mean every home should list during the winter? No, that's not what I'm saying. If your house needs significant work or you're in a neighborhood that historically moves slower, waiting might make sense. But don't write off the winter market just because of the old assumptions. The data tells a different story. So here's the bottom line. If you're thinking about selling, now's the time to start prepping so you're not scrambling when you're ready to go live. If you want a custom game plan, one that's tailored to your neighborhood, your home's condition, and your timeline, reach out and let's talk strategy. I'll pull comps, walk your property, and give you an honest assessment of what it'll take to get top dollar. I'm Brian O'Neill, the tattooed agent. I'm here to make real estate simple, honest, and straightforward. No BS. Just the facts to protect your real estate journey.